This video is going to show you how to edit your index file. You want to open up your index file inside of Visual Studio Code. You're going to come down to approximately line 42, and what you're looking for is, the first thing is this line that indicates the assessment section. Basically what it is this is the area that you will connect each one of your homework assignments to after you upload them to the server. So you're going to upload your homework assignment, you're going to modify the index file, and you're going to link to it, and then you will upload this index file and replace the one on the server. The area that you're going to be connecting to your individual files is this section right here, where it has the https://cisplace.sinclair.edu. You're going to replace the two dots at the end with your area on that server, and what you're going to be using is your domain name, which is going to be your first name dot last name, and if you have any numbers after your name, then you'll be putting those in also. So I'm going to give you an example of what mine would look like. I'm going to hit a slash, and this is, by the way, for tutorial 1. You are then going to add the homework assignment that you're going to be manipulating, and in this case it is HTML01. So I'm going to go ahead and expand that so I make sure that I get the right path. And then it's going to be case problem 1, so I'm going to expand that folder also. And here is the file that we manipulated. Remember earlier I told you that your original files are going to have the txt in the naming convention, and then when you resave them, you are going to resave them without that naming convention embedded within inside of there. So in this case, I'm going to go back here to the URL, and after I put in my user domain, I'm going to put in the path of where the file will sit on the server, and that will be the HTML01 / case1 / and then the name of the file, jtc_index.html. So this, when I get ready to upload it to the server, will then connect to this particular file that is located in my area underneath these particular folders on the server. Now I have to make sure that I put those files in that location on the server. And then what you're going to do is you're going to continue to add make changes to this file each week after you have posted your next assignment. So here's tutorial 2, 3, 4, and so forth. And you will continue to keep changing that and putting in the new location, uploading this file to the server, because when I get ready to grade them, then I'm going to go and look at this file and link to your files. For this particular project, you're going to scroll down past the assignment section, and you're going to come down to approximately line 82, where it has personal information and image. What you're going to do is you need to replace in between the p tags, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this area, so you will be replacing this area with some information about yourself, and I've already got that, so I'm just going to paste that in. So here's some information that about me that I'm going to put in. I'm asking you guys to do the same, to put a little bit of blurb about yourself. You also need to, if you want your information to show up this way, you need to add some additional tags. So whenever you have an opening p tag, you really should close it with a closing p tag, and you would want to do that at each line. Otherwise, when you look at this in the browser, what's going to end up happening is it's going to squash all your content together. So a p tag is kind of like a paragraph tag, and so what is going to happen is that this will come out correctly and look like it has paragraph hard returns where it needs to be done. And so let's see here, I need one more. And you'll see that as I'm typing this, Visual Code Studio Code, will actually put in closing tags as I'm putting in the opening tags. So I'm just wrapping my tags around my content. There we go. And now this will look correctly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this file now that I'm done. Well, one more thing before I do that. I need to change the image. So if you're going to come down a little bit further, we're going to come to a section that has replaced this image with an image that represents you. So I'm going to take this image here. It's saying that the images are stored in the assets file underneath the image folder. So if I'm going to go up here, I'm going to look at the assets folder underneath the images, and you will see that these are some images that I placed in here. Now I did upload a file from my Windows Explorer. I went into the location of where I saved those files underneath assets and images, and I uploaded an image here. And what I'm going to do is rename this image. And I'm going to go ahead and minimize that out of here. Notice that it also renames it here. And so I need to replace this image with the Disney. And you have to make sure that it is spelled correctly. This is a JPEG, so I had to replace that also. So now my image is done. The next thing is that there's an alt tag. You also need to indicate what that represents of the representation of the image. The alt tag is there for people who have trouble seeing the image, or they turn images off in their browser, and a screen reader will read the screen for them. And so it's for ADA compliant, which is the American Disabilities Act. And so the description, you want to try and be as descriptive as possible. So we're going to go back to what that image is, and it looks like it's a poster picture of Minnie and Mickey. So I'm going to put picture of Minnie and Mickey in a car. And now I'm going to save it. And because I put those extensions in here, I am able to actually just do a opposite mouse click on the index file. And if I look at it, open in a default browser. And so here is the assignment section that I was talking to you about. And this is where we would actually be linking each one of your homework assignments. So that will change every week. And then here's the information that I posted. I changed and put my information in. Here's my image. Notice that there are separate spaces in between each one of these areas, and that is because of that P tag. Otherwise, what it will do is it will wrap automatically in this area. And with that, that is how you change your index file. And by the way, this viewing screen size, you can ignore that. That will stay there at all times. What it represents is as you resize your screen, the content will automatically adjust so you can see what it would look like based on a phone versus an iPad versus a smaller screened laptop, and then up to a widescreen. So you'll see that it is dynamic and it does adjust automatically. And that concludes the end of editing your index file. Thank you.